So I just moved into a new apartment complex. And there are a lot of kids, a lot of children running around, playing with one another, playing chase, kicking on their scooters, etc., etc., etc. And in as my channel goes, so so doth my mind travel. I thought to myself, would I tell any of these children, any of them, that they're going to burn in hell for all eternity if they're bad? And the answer is overwhelmingly clear that I would not. I would not say that to these children. I wouldn't say that to anyone else here. I wouldn't say it to you. And I wouldn't say it to myself. The only reason that I would do this is because I've read the Bible or the Quran or some other bullshit that tells me that people might burn in hell for all eternity when they die. And yet when you go and you look at, near-death experiences, accounts of people that have had this experience, you find that overwhelmingly they all, they're above their body, they feel like they're expanding, they're going through a tunnel, and then what? Then they see a loved one in a beautiful field or, a natural environment. And even if that is bullshit, 9 times out of 10, that's what people who have had their hearts stop say they saw. Are you going to believe someone's experience or a book that's trying to keep you in line? If you put an orange in your mouth and taste the orange, well, you know what an orange tastes like. But if you have not put an orange in your mouth and you've watched, even if you've just watched somebody put an orange in their mouth and watch them go, ooh, it's delicious, you're still only trusting. You don't know shit about oranges if you didn't fucking taste an orange. So the fact of the matter is, half of you professing Christians, especially if you ain't died yet, you don't know shit about shit. So my question is, what are you doing? What are you teaching your children? It doesn't make good sense to tell children that they're going to a lake of fire for all eternity. It just doesn't make good sense. Looking at all the kids in my area today, it just further cemented the idea that fundamental Christianity, fundamental religion, for the most part, it's got to go. It's got to go away. If somehow or another, it's got to go away. We would hope that with time, but it's been 2,000 years. We would hope that with time, these things would calm down, right? But they haven't. A book that venerates blood sacrifice, full of contradictions, tells women to shut up. If a woman isn't a virgin when she's married, she should be stoned to death in the street, etc., etc. This book is somehow still lifted up on high, right? Young people are still flocking to it. Why? Because they're not reading it. They're not studying it. They're just listening to what Pastor Billy and Pastor Bob has to say. And I'm here to tell you, Pastor Billy and Pastor Bob are full of shit. They want your tithe, which is 10% of your income. They want your tithe on Sunday and perhaps Wednesday afternoon for Bible study. And that's what they want. And if they do believe, I would venture to say that they are they're not balanced individuals, and they certainly haven't studied the book. Because anybody that I know that studied the book, the truth is anybody that I've brought this stuff up to either just outright denies it with no rational basis, or they prove to me that they haven't studied the book at all. It's just a matter of indoctrination and brainwashing that happens typically early on in youth and prohibits people from making rational, reasonable decisions based on information, you know? So, you decide who you want to be. You decide how you want to raise your children. You can bring people up in love. You can take people by the hand in love. You can go through things with people in a spirit of love, or by that book, which is judgmentalism and indoctrination and hellfire and fear. And what if God, whatever God is, what if God wants us to be brave? What if God wants us to look at books and belief systems and indoctrination systems and brainwashing systems like this? And what if God wants us to be brave in the face of this bullshit? Are you being brave? Or you were afraid you might go to hell because you fucking, if you're Catholic, ate meat on Friday or whatever the fuck, It's ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen.